What it do, YouTube? Is Coffee back with some NFL talk / news. Y'all ever hear those like police reports where you hear someone was arrested? They'll say, like Saturday early in the AM. So that's really like a long Friday night. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like maybe you've been in that position in your life. I have. I ain't gonna lie. I've been arrested, couple drunken fights ish like that late night. You know what I mean? Partying, just things go left or whatever. But Jabril Peppers, former first round pick playing with the Patriots, a key contributor, a guy that you want out there on the field that they made inactive in this 15-10 loss to the Miami Dolphins. He got arrested in a situation like that, right? And that's why the team made him inactive. It has to be, I believe, right, with the controversy. Although when players get arrested, typically, like how Von Miller just is serving his 1-game suspension, the consequences from the league doesn't come in until the whole investigation is over. Although with Deshaun Watson, it was like a different situation. I don't know. That's a whole nother controversial thing I don't want to get into unless y'all want to talk about it. But check it out, man. The more you hear about this, it starts sounding like more clear why he was up so late. One of those wild nights, right? Patriots captain Jabril Peppers pleads not guilty to criminal charges following weekend arrest. The 29-year-old did not play, which we already said, but check it out, man. Safety Jabril Peppers appeared at Quincy District Court on Monday and was charged with several offenses. He caught some domestic charges, y'all. Assault and battery on an intimate partner, assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, strangulation, and possession of a Class B drug believed to be cocaine. So now, allegedly is the key word, y'all, right? Allegedly, it's got to go to court. The quote-unquote justice system has to play out, man. But you hear that, right? Like, he was arrested early Saturday morning. So that means like 2 in the morning, a really late Friday night. And according to what it sounded like, he got into a domestic incident after he was geeking and tweaking off that yayo, man. Like, the more you looked into this, the more it made sense to me, man. The Patriots said, we are aware of an incident involving Jabril Peppers over the weekend in which the police are currently investigating. We will have no further comment at this time. So, I don't know, like I said, man, first round pick back in 2017, definitely, you know, top tier talent defensively in the NFL. And, you know, the Patriots, a struggling team trying to find their identity. It's still so crazy to me they made the playoffs that 1 year with my Bills. We whooped on them. You guys remember that a few years ago where we lost that primetime game against them, and the Patriots fans got all excited about it. And then we went out there and beat the brakes off them week 17 and in the wild card round. The Bills, during this streak where my Bills have been hot, right, since we've been a top tier team, the Super Bowl window has been open. Every team divisionally that's got a W over us, the Jets, the Dolphins, whoever, the Patriots, they've all squeaked one out of against us, right? We went out and annihilated them and got our revenge. And that's the way it's going to go. And the AFC East is going to be ours until further notice, man. The division is just weak, honestly, too, man. Everyone got so excited last year about the Dolphins and all that, but I don't know. My Bills 3-2 having our struggles, which we're gonna get into talking about right now. But just wanted to give you guys this update about Jabril Peppers. Let me know what you guys think about it. I can't recall if he's been in trouble or anything like that before, if the team will want to get rid of him. But like I said, I think typically they don't get suspended until the legal proceedings all play out. You know what I mean? But then, like I said, in the Deshaun Watson case, there was no legal, like, they said there's no criminal case. Then there was that weird stuff we saw, very questionable things and clips from the deposition and stuff. I don't know. It's a whole nother situation that I don't care to get into at this time. If you guys want to comment about it all, let me know what you think. But now let's get into that talk about my Bills.
Sean McDermott once again proves he is incapable of taking the Buffalo Bills to their desired level. Here's the deal. And you always have to kind of put periods on end of sentences because the run-on sentence doesn't work with Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott's winning 10 to 12 games a year, getting Buffalo to the playoffs, should always be recognized. His winning percentage in the regular season is strong. And the minute you minimize wins, we're all screwed. The Bills are not winning a championship with Sean McDermott. And we can go over 13 seconds against Kansas City. We can go over what transpired in Philadelphia last year. We can go over the Tennessee game, the Denver game. I mean, there are so many games without doing a lick of prep or research that I could tell you where Sean McDermott has screwed his football team. Bills fans know it. Sometimes you just have to say, if you want to win a championship, this is not the guy. The Buffalo Bills are a poorly coached outfit. And I'm going to go there. When your general manager decides we're going to trade Stephon Diggs and not replace him adequately, and it's going to be all on Josh, you're set up for failure. And the Buffalo Bills, their upside is always to go to the Super Bowl and win it because they have a megastar quarterback. When Josh Allen has a bad game and Sean McDermott goes all McDummy on you, this team is dead on arrival.
So after that abysmal ending to that game against the Texans, which was like a grudge match with all the stuff with the media hyping it up, but then Stephon Diggs and Nico Collins wanting that win for Stephon and everything, like a game the Bills could have won, should have won. It was right there in our grasp at the end, in our own end zone. The play calling was just stupid. You know what I mean? If I was Josh Allen, I would have just rolled out and ran or something. I was like, damn, please don't let us get a holding in the end zone. Please, like, just throwing 3 times there made absolutely no sense to me, and I was furious. You know what I mean? But I've been a guy that's always like stuck up for McDermott, where he ended the playoff drought. He changed the culture of this team. The guys believe in him, I believe. You know what I mean? I believe like he's a player's coach. The players got love for him. But is this true? You know what I'm saying? Like you heard what dude said, hey, we can't minimize all those things. Those are the things as a Bills fan that I always am like, hey, whenever, because this isn't the first time this narrative has come up. Last year, the Bills, we had our struggles, you know, and there was a lot of people saying, was it Sean McDermott or was it the offensive coordinator? We switched up offensive coordinator, and then next thing you know, like, we bounce back. We win the division. We're in the playoffs, and, you know, there's all those blunders he's talking about, the 13 seconds game. I can never forget that moment, man, how turned up and excited I was at work. They thought I was insane, jumping around like a maniac, you know what I mean? And then for things to go the way that they did, it's just like, what the fuck, you know? And then makes you wonder, too, about Leslie Frazier leaving the team. You know, it seemed like one of those situations where we never got the real explanation, like it was kept private exactly why he left. Could it have been a thing with coaching? I don't know, you know? And, like, that's the question I was asking yesterday was, like, is that what it is in those situations? Is the offensive coordinator making those calls, or is McDermott overriding it? I don't know, you know, but what does everyone out there think? Is this actual factual, you know? Like, hey, we got to recognize what this dude was saying. We got to recognize everything McDermott did, but you basically got to recognize that with him coaching this team, the Bills will never win the Super Bowl, and it's a shame because the window is open when you got a stud quarterback like Josh Allen, just with amazing playmaking ability. And then they talked about getting rid of Diggs and, you know, that we didn't really bring anyone to replace him. I thought the wide receiver by committee thing has been working pretty well. I don't know. There's like fans get in an uproar and everything, you know, whenever there's some losses or we struggle. But I'm looking at this situation and I want to know from everyone out there, whether you're a Bills fan or not, do you believe that this is indeed facts, that the Bills are a poorly coached team? And, you know, with McDermott at the helm, like, he's never going to take him to the promised land. Like, he's took him pretty far. He's ended the playoff drought. He's done a lot, him and McBean, or Big Baller Bean, Brandon Bean, McBean, the duo, right? But is this it? You know what I mean? Like, do the Bills have to replace Sean McDermott? And if you do, who's the guy? Like, will that cause a reset in the team? Like, I don't even know. But I want to know what everyone thinks about this. But just, I want to go over a couple reactions that people had to yesterday. This guy says, no problem with the Bills throwing the last 3 plays. 3 runs might burn the Texans timeouts. but would have likely saved a few seconds. Houston would have easily had a chance to move the ball. The Fairburn field goal had plenty of leg anyways. Game on the line, give it to 17 Bills. I disagree. I say you got to run or something. I don't know. Then we got the Bills are the only last team in the last 45 years to be tied or leading in the final minute of a game inside their own 5-yard line and throw 3 straight passes per ESPN stats. I believe it. It was asinine. And then there's Zach Mcdermott. This, I think, is a troll account. He says, saying that the last possession was a Sean McDermott blunder is ridiculous. Josh has to be better. It's okay to say they trusted Josh to get a first down. Dare you to say that you wouldn't have either. Bills Mafia. Like I said, aside from the time constraints and all that, like, what the fuck are we doing? Where, like I said, it just makes me so nervous, an end zone penalty in that point. You know, at that point in the game, that situation, you're tied. You're not playing to win right there. I mean, you're always playing to win, but in my opinion, you're not playing to win aggressively right there, right? Like, if we got to take this thing to overtime. This was a game where we had our struggles. We fought back. We hung in there. The defense came up big. The offense started getting shaking and moving a little bit. And, like, to lose that game like that is just so deflating and sickening. But that's going to do it for this one. I want to hear from everyone out there. Once again, whether you're a Bills fan or not, hit the comments. Thank you for tuning in. As always, this is Jay Coffee Talk, where we talk music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.